Here's the thing as well about trying to be your best self. Life's going to knock you down, and it's going to keep knocking you down. What you've got to do is you've got to rebuild yourself as quick as possible, and you've got to actively seek the failures to get knocked down, to then rebuild yourself, and you've got to systematize it. You've got to learn how to rebuild yourself as fast as possible, and this takes time. You do your hardest to be the best that you can be, and then all of a sudden you get knocked down, and you've been working super hard for 3 months and you get knocked down, whatever it may be, an injury or whatever, and then it's going to take you another 3 months to rebuild yourself, or even 6 months because it's a hard injury or something like that, and then you do it again, you go back through the process, boom, you get knocked down again. It's reiteration in one form or another. It's one way or another, you're going to get knocked down. And the true skill is rebuilding yourself. It's like the spiders. I had that analogy. Their web gets destroyed and they rebuild their web immediately, or as soon as they can. It's the same thing. But that is a skill, that. And a lot of people get demoralized when, you know, I've tried so hard, I've been trying so hard, and it's understandable. It's hard, especially when you're working jobs that are not exactly fun or easy, and you're going out, you're putting 100% of your effort, and you're not really getting any results, and then you get knocked down on top of that, or a couple of bad things happen in the role, you know, and you're just demoralized. You've got to snap yourself out of that demoralization. Feel it. I'm not saying don't feel it. Don't delude yourself like as if it doesn't exist or something like that. But you definitely want to move past it as quick as possible and rebuild yourself. And then boom, you're going to get knocked down again and rebuild yourself. That's a life skill right there. If you're able to optimize the system of rebuilding yourself as quickly as possible and always trying to stay on top of your game, life's not always going to go how you want it to go. And some things are not easy to get past. An injury is nothing. There's things that are way, way, way worse than injuries. But anyway, I don't want to go into it because everyone's got different issues. Everyone's different. But you can generalize this to understand it in your own situation. You see the spiders, I haven't destroyed any spider webs or anything like that, but I saw it in a video or something, you know. They dedicate their whole life to having a nice little web, and then whatever happens, you know, it can be someone comes along, they're trying to clean it off, or something happens, you know, rain or whatever, an animal walks through the web and that's destroyed, and he's got to spend all his life to rebuild the web. And I thought that's quite an interesting little analogy there. You can kind of compare it with what we're talking about as humans. Obviously human lives are much more complicated, but in a sense you want to have the spider's attitude. Just doesn't matter, like it does matter or whatever, but you got to get back on top of your shit, because otherwise you're not going to have a web. You've got to rebuild the web. Rebuild your web.